Today, counteroffers. Now this is something we address every single day with every single one of our candidates in the market that are looking for positions, people that we're working with, and we always have to talk to them about counteroffers. Now, a lot of people don't know what a counteroffer is, but basically what it is that when you go back to your employer and say, hey, Joe, I'm leaving the firm because I received another offer from XYZ company. And your firm then says, well, we really don't want you to leave, Tom, so we're going to throw more money at you, or we're going to give you a title, or what can we do to get you to stay? Now, you accepting that offer from your employer is career suicide. And this isn't just me talking. This is the facts within the industry, polling that has been going on for years and years and years covering this subject. But I just keep, seeing people contradict this. And really it's the people that have done it. And, so for the people out there that are in this situation, you got to ask yourself a few things, okay? One is, why were you interviewing? Why did you receive an offer? Obviously, you were looking for something, whether it was a new company you worked for that had more upside, perhaps a different title, more money, whatever it is, something drove you to interview. And you got to ask yourself, you got to always come back to that point, why was I unhappy? Okay? And today a lot of people are unhappy, and that's why people are interviewing, because they're not happy. So come back to that. And why do you have to put a gun to your employer's head to suddenly awaken them to appreciate you? You got to ask that question, okay? Because see, you got to understand a few things. One, it's going to cost the company a lot of money to replace you. It's going to cost a lot of money. It's going to cost a lot of time, and you have to understand that, because now they're in trouble. They need to fill that position. Can they fill the position? Sure, but it's cheaper to throw money at you, okay, than it is to replace you. So listen, I don't care what they offer you. It's a temporary solution, because once you've accepted that, they're in the process of replacing you. Now, there's people out there that say, I just totally disagree. I took a career, a counteroffer years ago, and I'm still here, and it was the best move I've ever made. I equate that to someone that has made money playing Russian roulette. And there's people that have. So by putting a gun to your head, pulling the trigger, finding out that the bullet wasn't in that slot, does that mean that that was a smart, intelligent decision? Because the outcome was you made a lot of money. Now see, I find that to be a stupid thing to do. And when it comes to your career, there's not just one bullet in a gun, a revolver of 6, there's 5. Because that's the odds that your company's not going to replace you. So, I know I'm going to get people that are going to say, Jeff, I disagree, it was great for me. Listen, stupid is as stupid does. Just because it worked for you doesn't mean that that decision was stupid. Because, it was stupid. Now, in this video, instead of saying ums a lot, which I tend to do, I'm going to use the word stupid. Because it's really dumb. Okay, now does it affect me? No, I don't care what you do. I see people make stupid decisions all the time. But in this video here, I want to put out something to get you to think before you make a decision. Okay? And that is, do you really think it's a good decision to put a gun to your employer's head and then they throw more money at you to get you to stay? Okay? Do you really think that's something that will benefit your career? Now, on the other side, the company that made an offer, okay, you've crushed their process. They now have to start the offer or all over, or they have to look for other candidates, whatever the process is. But every time I've seen someone take a counteroffer, what I hear on the other side is always the same. That's really dumb. And it is, and we laugh and we move on because, as a recruiter I have other candidates in loop. There are other people that can do the job. It's not the end-all be-all, okay? And we will fill that position. But I also know that when people take offers, counteroffers, that we tend to get phone calls from employers saying, I need to find someone. And as a recruiter, I'm always asking, well, why? Is there someone in the role now? What's the situation? Okay? And we find out. Okay? And I'm telling you, that's what they do. Now, please, just because it worked out for you doesn't mean it was the smartest decision to make at the time. Okay? So ask yourself, if you're one of those people that have made money putting a gun to your head and finding out that the bullet wasn't there, would you give your son or daughter the same advice if they came to you and say, hey Dad, or hey Mom, I'm thinking about playing Russian roulette because I can make myself, $50,000 or $100,000. Are you going to say, hey Petey, that's a great idea. I think you should try that because, it worked for me. And we have this great house now. I think you would think otherwise and say, you know what? That's a really stupid decision to try to do. And when it comes to your career, especially in this market, it's really a stupid decision.